the show. We have a great show lined up for you today, starting with my very first guest. Joining me in the kitchen for a little cooking adventure is Olympic gold medalist, inspirational speaker, and the award-winning host of CTV's The Amazing Race Canada. Please welcome the one and only Jon Montgomery.
Having me here on your beautiful set. This is remarkable.
I know, this kitchen is the size of my first apartment. So I'm feeling really good about it. Jon, first off, huge congratulations. This season marks 10 seasons of The Amazing Race Canada.
It's crazy, 10 years.
Landmark, that's amazing.
Yeah, doing anything but breathing for 10 years, I think, is an amazing feat. So getting to be on a television show and celebrate this country with Canada, I'll do it till the cows come home.
100%. And I feel like they clearly have come home. It's such an amazing feat. It's such a beautiful show. Again, you get to show off Canada. We're definitely going to get into talking about it. But first, as you come on the good stuff, I'm going to make you work.
Well,
we're going to put you to work in the kitchen.
I was born for this.
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Now, we met a couple of... I know, are we getting hot?
That's hot. That's for real.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Not just props, folks.
No,
this is for real.
It
legit.
is. We're really cooking up in here. Now, we met a few weeks ago.
Yep.
And I asked you, because I knew you were coming on the show, I was like, what do you like to eat?
Which was super kind of you, because most folks would just have me do something without any input from me.
Oh, no.
My wife and I, she's celiac, and so we ascribe to a gluten-free lifestyle at home, and we love some good old protein.
I mean, it's a very good thing. I was going to say, you said like high protein, low sugar, and gluten-free.
That's it. Those are the metrics.
Honestly, really good metrics. Sounds like, though, I was like, oh, man, that's a tall order. But I was thinking, you know what's delicious? Know what everyone loves? A little bit of a steak taco with some Mexican street corn salsa on there. I know. Y'all, this is gonna be a delicious one.
Street corn, not from the street, but street style.
Street style corn.
I like that.
It's very, very good. It's very, you didn't just find it on the sidewalk. We're good to go. All right, so we're gonna get to work first on this steak. Okay. So right here, I have got a flat iron steak. Are you a steak cooker at home?
Yeah.
Okay, right on.
Yeah, it's my job. And if I do even any preparation of the steak, I made supper.
Ah, nicely done. I like that mentality.
That's it. I don't have to do anything else, and I get to claim making supper.
100%. You did the main part, and you're good to go. Now, I'm going to get you to help me with this steak, so to get that prep going. So you're going to measure out. This is really tricky, so you got to pay attention. I need 1 teaspoon each of all of these things.
Okay.
Okay? It's very simple. So we're gonna go in with a teaspoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, a teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon of garlic powder.
All right.
Now, you did ask, and we're going in here.
Into this one.
Now, you did ask for low sugar. I also do, though, need 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
Okay, great. Now, the sugar is just gonna help with caramelization, which is gonna be absolutely beautiful. While you do that, I'm gonna get a little bit of lime juice in there. Just about the juice of about 2 limes is gonna be absolutely perfect. All right, so I'm gonna get that lemon juice in there. Would you also add a little bit of salt in here as well?
Is that a lime or a lemon?
This is a lime. Thank you very much for calling me out. I love this energy.
Never know what's going on these days. I heard about a red kiwi fruit last week, and I was
like...
Does
that exist?
I didn't know that either.
Oh my gosh.
So I was curious. Maybe that's a green
lemon. I mean, those do exist, but don't try to eat them because they're not right. All right, so I'm adding that in. And then would you grab the oil? It's in that tall little guy.
Yep.
Add about 2 tablespoons of that right on into here.
Eyeball it?
Yeah, just an eyeball. When we're cooking, it's all eyeball in the kitchen. Now, when I'm adding oil, the thing about oil is it adds flavor. It allows flavors also to kind of get to know everybody.
Yep.
It allows them to carry each other, which is perfect. Kind of like teammates on The Amazing Race Canada.
You need to carry one another once in a while.
Every once in a while.
And does the oil allow it to sort of deliver those flavors across your palate?
My friend, you are a cook. He knows what he's doing. That is some excellent energy right there. You know. All right, I'm gonna mix this up. Again, get that brown sugar nice and mixed. And this is like a thick kind of rub marinade. Okay. So this is looking absolutely perfect. And like I said, here we have got a flat iron steak. When I'm doing a taco, I either wanna go with a flat iron, a tri-tip, a flank steak works really, really well too. Skirt steak, anything that's kind of got a little bit of a grain action in it, because it's gonna cook really nice and quickly. It marinates beautifully. So I'm just gonna pop that in. Okay. Give it a little bit of a flip. And then what you do with that beautiful steak is you pop that into the fridge for I'm gonna say an hour, maybe 2. Okay. Happens pretty quickly. You let that do its thing, but then before you cook it, I'm testing you now. Yeah. Before you cook meat, what's the thing you wanna do before it hits the hot pan?
Make sure that it's hot?
Make sure that it's hot. but then also make sure the steak isn't too cold.
Yeah, room temperature.
Room temp.
Yeah,
So I like
heard
to leave my steak on the counter for about like 20 minutes to a half an hour. It just relaxes everything, makes it so you're not putting something freezing cold, like when you come in from shoveling the snow.
Sure.
Hop in a hot bath, hurts.
It
Don't
does.
want that.
Yeah.
No, we don't want that. So we've got this beautiful steak here. What we do now is we grab that. I've got a little bit of extra oil. I'm gonna pop it into my pan. Now I'm going over medium-high heat for this steak. If you want to, it's gonna give a good char.
And what kind of oil did you use?
I honestly, right now I'm using olive oil.
Okay.
You could use a neutral oil, something like canola oil, good from the prairies, very, very delish. Any sort of oil that you like to cook with. We're cooking this really, really quickly. It's not gonna be too shabby. So I've got that steak here, and I'm just gonna add that right on into that pan to start searing up. Hopefully we get a nice little sizzle.
You hear that?
That's what you're looking for. Now, if you wanted to, you could do this on the grill as well. That would be absolutely beautiful. But that's doing its thing. We're gonna let that do its thing for When I'm cooking some sort of beef in general, a lot of times recipes will tell you that you need to cook a flank steak or a skirt steak for like 2 to 3 minutes per side. That's still mooing.
Yeah.
That is still mooing. I'm gonna say you need about 5 to 6, maybe even 8 minutes per side.
Do you finish it in an oven?
I do, but not this one because he's too thin.
Okay.
But if he's a little thicker, definitely finish in the oven.
Okay.
Also, reverse sear, always good. Now, while that starts doing its thing, I'm gonna grab a little bit of an extra pan. This pan, we used to have the steak in. We've already taken one out.
Okay.
And that is going to be used to make our corn.
Oh.
All of the juices that have come out of that steak are gonna be used to kind of flavor up that corn.
Making it street corn.
Making it street corn. We got it, ready to go.
I see what's going down.
All right, now, John, are you gonna be Captain Corn for me?
I can be Captain Corn.
Fantastic.
Captain Corny.
All right, so I've got 2 cups of corn here, just corn
Dad
kernels.
jokes aplenty.
I really like it. I mean, you are a dad, right?
For sure.
You're fitting it. Yeah.
I've been told.
Yeah. All right, add that right on into the pan. And I'm gonna get you to just give that a bit of a stir. So we've got 2 cups of corn kernels here. We just used frozen corn. If you have fresh corn hanging out, take it off the cob. It'll be absolutely delicious. But I'm gonna get you to just start to char that corn while I work on a little bit of a sauce situation, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
So typically if you're getting street corn, you usually have this delicious kind of crema, almost mayonnaise-y, delicious mixture on the outside. So we want a little bit of that creaminess. So in this bowl, I'm gonna mix together 2 tablespoons of a little bit of mayonnaise. I know, we gotta crank her up, right?
Yeah, I think so.
No.
There we
This
go.
burner goes from 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds.
Well,
though.
this is an induction cooktop?
It's not even induction. She
It's
just
not.
is temperamental.
Ah, it's electric, is it?
Yes, she's she's the diva of the group. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. All right, so we've got 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise in there. I'm also gonna add in 2 tablespoons of cilantro. Are we a cilantro fan?
Yeah, I'm not one of the people that has some sort of a genetic predisposition to.
The soapy thing?
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
neither am I.
liking it.
I'm very glad I'm not one of those people.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
If you don't want to use cilantro, you could use basil. That would be really nice as well. So I'm gonna add that right on in. Then for a little bit of that smoky, delicious flavor, I'm gonna add in about half a teaspoon of chili powder. Pop that in as well. Now, for a little bit of punch and a little bit of acidity, I'm gonna add in the zest and juice of about half of a lime.
All right.
Now, are you a zest man?
Yeah.
Do you
totally.
always zest?
Yep.
Otherwise, you're throwing money out.
Right?
I don't
Use it
want to do
all.
that. Use it all.
You bought the fruit, use the whole thing.
Use the fruit. I like it. I like it. All right. Now, on the Amazing Race Canada, have you ever, like the eating things like that? You get to go around, you get to try delicacies.
Yeah.
What's it like getting to go around Canada and do that?
Well, it's wonderful because you get to, the only thing that I really decide for myself on a daily basis is what I have off the menu for supper each night.
Fantastic.
And we have a culinary captain that takes us to all the best places in every community that we visit.
Yeah.
And as part of the show and the challenges, eating the gross stuff, I also have to do.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my,
I mean,
yes.
have to is a strong word.
Yeah.
I'm given the liberty of saying no to anything, but I've only said no to one thing.
What was that?
Swimming underneath the ice at 8 a.m. on Slave Lake. From one hole to the next. And I said it was because I didn't want to get my hair wet at 8 a.m. and have to do the rest of the day looking like a drowned rat.
Yeah.
But really, I was a little fearful about going underneath the ice and being submerged in a frozen lake.
Yes. This sounds like something you don't do.
Well, and I didn't.
Yes,
I
good for you,
regret it.
good
I
for
do
you.
regret saying no, but that's the one thing I didn't do. But I've eaten tuk-tuk or muck-tuck, which is narwhal, a scorpion, a snake's gallbladder,
Oh, wow.
some other nastiness.
Well, hopefully these beef tacos don't really taste like this. This corn...
They will not.
They will not.
I can promise you.
Corn is smelling delicious. We've got a bit of char. I'm going to transfer this right on into this delicious kind of creamy mixture.
Oh, that looks lovely.
I know. John, I was going to play a prank on you. I'm not going to lie. So on when we're cooking on TV, we usually have these things called swaps where we've got corn already cooked. It's under the counter right now. But you did such a good job on this corn. We're going to use it.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, big round of applause.
Fantastic corn cooking. Again,
I'll take it.
He's corny. We got it. All right. Now I'm going to go over here, and we've got that beautiful corn. Would you do me a favor and give that a little bit of a mix?
I'm eating the grummels.
Yeah, get it. All right, that is looking beautiful, creamy and delicious. And I've got a steak here that we cooked up earlier. I'm just gonna slice it. Now, anytime you are cooking any sort of meat that has that grain in it, you wanna cut it against the grain. This is running kind of this way. So I am just gonna thinly slice that steak. It got a little bit of pink on the inside, a little bit of a medium cook, looking absolutely beautiful.
So you're not left with a ginormous piece of meat hanging out of your mouth. It bites off much better, right?
That's exactly what it is. If you cut with the grain or parallel to it, you're gonna pull a whole piece of steak out.
Nobody wants that.
This knife does half the chewing for you, which is always good. All right, now to put these beautiful tacos together, we need a little bit of a corn tortilla.
Yes.
Again, corn tortilla. If you wanted to, you could do flour, but we're going corn today.
Yeah, gluten-free.
Gluten-free. I'm gonna put down some of that beautiful steak, looking absolutely delish. Some of this amazing smoky.
And you know what? That paprika just does, you know, what it should do, because white mayo in a sauce kind of looks a little drab sometimes.
A little drab. It gives it that kick. It's that beautiful color. For a little more color, I've got a little bit of some diced red onion. And then, of course, you can't forget a bit of creamy avocado right on the top. Now, John.
Lovely to talk to later on today with my nice raw onion on that.
I know, I'm sorry. I have gum upstairs. I will get you some gum
interview
right
after interview. That guy had terrible breath.
All right, do you want to dig in?
Oh, yeah,
Give it a bit of a taste?
Yep.
Okay, while John does this, I'm very excited because John, when we come back, is going to give us the scoop on season 10 of The Amazing Race Canada.
The
Don't
scoop
go anywhere.
and the bite.
There you go. Nicely done, Mama.
Welcome to Niagara Falls.
Yeah, baby!
Now, it's your turn.
Let's get that clue!
I can't even imagine what's going through his head right now.
We are back with Jon Montgomery. Now, that was from season 10 of The Amazing Race Canada. Truly, what a milestone. We chatted about it before. What does it mean to have 10 years of a show?
It's a privilege.
Yeah.
Honestly, to do anything for 10 years is amazing.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun. But to do this, something that I am and will be eternally proud of in the way that it celebrates Canada, brings together community, and showcases what is possible when we move past those self-imposed limitations, is, I think, something that I will treasure always and use as a medium by which to chat with my own kids about potential and their potential, and it is limitless. And so I watch it back as a fan all summer long with my two little kids and my wife, and we enjoy it as scheduled family viewing time.
Oh, I like that. Scheduled family viewing time.
Yeah.
That is an organized man right there. I love that energy. Now, we just saw in that clip that you kicked off season 10 in a really special place, because that's actually where you started back in 2013, the first season of The Amazing Race Canada. What did it feel like going back?
Season 1, episode 1, it was an out-of-body experience. The first time I was there, I was basically, I'm a little stiff. I'm a little stiff, a lot stiff. I had no idea what was happening. No clue about television production. Just trying to take ownership of a role that had been graciously bestowed upon me and try not to disappoint anybody. And now that I'm 11 months in, or 10 months in rather, I have a better idea of how it all comes together, what's expected of me. And I can, you know, take ownership of that and be a bit more myself.
I love that. It's so clear, too. Like, you clearly are so invested in the show, in the contestants, in everybody. And I think there's a really special thing this season in particular, because you actually go back to your hometown of Russell, Manitoba. I know you can't give anything away, but what was it like bringing the show to your hometown?
Well, I can tell you a little bit about my hometown. It's a huge metropolis of 1,632 people.
Beautiful. Yes.
Roughly. We don't exactly know. No, we do. We actually know exactly how many people live in Russell. But it's the place that I grew up, that all my formative years were spent. I spent 18 years in Russell, born and raised. My sisters, both of my older sisters and my parents, and I still love Russell. I can only ever be but from one place, and that's Russell, Manitoba. And to be able to share Russell with the crew on The Amazing Race, and conversely, Russell with Canada, is a real honor, and something that I am so proud of, because I'm such a homer.
Yeah.
I'm so proud to be from Russell, and I can't wait for Canadians to experience it as the race brings this formula to my hometown, and we run the gauntlet.
That is so cool. Now, if you were to be running the gauntlet yourself, who would you choose to be your partner? Because my husband and I, we were like, no, I don't think we would be good. We might be, but I think him and my best friend Marissa would be a fantastic pairing. Yeah.
Well, I would definitely be taking my wife, Dish, Darla.
Okay, yeah.
And she is, I think, more confident about our ability to do well and succeed than I am. I know that navigationally we would be challenged, as I'm sure some of our viewers could attest to, navigating the wilds of Canada with their most loved one.
Yes.
And we would struggle there a little bit, but she would do the dancing, the memorization stuff. I would do the high jumping, the eating the gross food, and we would fight in the car.
Yes.
And
that's why I don't want to go on with my husband. I don't want the world to see that.
but everybody knows it, expects it. It's just like every other person's household and home. And we fight nice, and we can move forward with purpose immediately. As Gino and Jesse from Seasons Ago winners said, they got to hug it out, bro.
Yeah.
And if you can do that, if you can fight nice, if you can have a disagreement and move forward with purpose, that's a hallmark of a successful team and a successful relationship in life.
Honestly, that makes me feel good, because that's me and Aaron, which is a good
right?
thing. We got a good couple of good partners in that life. Yeah. Well, Jon, congratulations. I am so, so excited, and thank you so much for joining us. Huge congrats on season 10 of
Thank
The
you very
Amazing
much,
Race
and
Canada.
thanks for the delicious
thank you. You
steak
made
taco.
it. Now, you can catch new episodes of season 10 on The Amazing Race Canada on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on CTV. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.